husband was a Metropolitan Police officer. He was in the service for 22 years, so he would have got his long service medal. In 1998, the worst thing happened. He went to work in the morning and basically didn't come home in the evening. I broke down in tears. I just couldn't believe it. And then I was told that I had to tell the children. And that was absolutely horrific, because I had to go upstairs, sit them on the bed, and I can still remember to the day my son's face. It was a most devastating time in my life. I wasn't aware, to be honest with you, and my late husband wasn't aware either, because he always said to me, "You and the children will get looked after." And that was, the big security of the police pension for him, that his family would get looked after. When I entered a new relationship, I suddenly realised on it that if you cohabit or remarry, you lose your pension. And I actually couldn't quite believe it. I thought, what, so I'm meant to stay on my own for the rest of my life? I didn't divorce my husband. I loved my husband. We still loved each other. He died. I didn't want him to die. It's like saying, oh no, you've got to remain on your own for the rest of your life, or otherwise we'll take your security away. People would be so shocked by it. My son even rang me the day the announcement was made. He said, "Oh Mum, that's great, you've got your pension back." And I said, "No, it doesn't include me, Sam. It's like we're the ones that have been sidelined and left behind." It sounds awful, but I think, are they kind of thinking, oh right, well they won't be about much longer, so we don't have to worry about them? That's a horrible thing to say, but sometimes that is exactly how you feel. Why should anyone be left behind?
He loved the job. He absolutely found his niche when he did that. In 2002, 15th of August, I got a knock at the door, the one that you never want to have. And he'd been out with another officer, and they tried to stop a van coming through from West Midlands, and he'd been killed instantly, and his crewmate died later in hospital. That was the most devastating thing that I've ever had to go through. The children were 3 and 9. Having to explain to them what had happened, and their whole world that they thought was a safe place came crumbling down. We got to the point where we decided that we wanted to get married. My husband is a widow also, and so in order for us to provide a family unit again for our children and potentially have a child of our own, we decided that we would have to give up our pension. But it was a price that we were willing to take, because we just needed to have that family unit once more. And so we got married in 2009. It was the best thing we ever did. The family unit became whole again. And in 2014, we had a daughter. She's nearly 5 now. But that would have never have happened if we'd have waited. I'm glad that the people that have been able to get the pensions have got it, because they've fought long and hard to get it. Andy paid 11% of his pension, and we had to suffer for that, because it's a huge chunk out of your wages to have to do, and we went without a lot. We did have to basically live pay packet to pay packet. And he worked and he paid into his pension. We suffered for that pension, and I think I should have rights to have it, even just to keep the kids in the comfort that we would have been able to give them when he'd retired. I'm mad more at the government that they haven't made it more fairer. If anything, it makes me feel that Andy's death is lesser. It's time to change it now.